Hi.
Hi.
Hello, I'm Sydney. I'm
Hi.
your dietitian.
Hi, I'm Brittany.
Hi. Nice to meet you finally.
Nice to meet you too.
Did you find your way in here okay?
Yeah, I've seen this place before.
Okay. Oh, do you live nearby or?
Yeah, I go to school around the corner at Chico State.
Oh, very cool. How do you like Chico?
I love it. It's my senior year, so I'm pretty used to it now here.
So senior year, like your last year?
Yes, I'm going into my last semester.
Ooh, very awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Feeling like you're starting to get ready for the real world?
Kind of. It's coming a little quick.
Yeah. Yeah. It can feel a little overwhelming to
Yeah.
people sometimes.
Excited to get there till you get there.
Yes, but you've had a good time here.
Yeah, I love it here.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear it. So, what brings you here to see me today?
I was just coming in because I eat pretty well, but I eat really the same things. I don't really have fun with nutrition and foods and stuff, and I kind of wanted to add like more variety or types of food. I don't really know, just make it more balanced and healthy and like enjoy my food a little more maybe.
Okay. So,
Not like a main concern, but just like I feel like I could do a little more.
all right. I mean, it sounds like you've got a lot of good goals. So you're trying to incorporate more variety. You want to enjoy your food, have balanced meals. So kind of a well-rounded set of goals right there.
Yeah, everyone always talks about it's really important to have like variety of things and like a mixture of things, and I don't really have variety. I stick to the same things pretty much always. So I thought maybe it would be good to somehow mix that up. Just not sure how. I didn't want to add like good things, not trying like not as good of things or things like that.
So you sound like you're wanting to branch out.
Yes.
Branch out from the norm.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's great, and that's something I can definitely help you with today. So I just wanted to kind of give you a little overview. We've got about 30 minutes here today, and we can discuss whatever it is you want to talk about. We can come up with some solutions or experiments to try. We'll definitely get you some more information. Whatever it is you need, I'm yours, and we can get started. How does that sound?
Sounds great.
All right, do you have any questions?
No. Not yet.
All right. Well, if it's okay, would I be able to ask you about kind of a typical day of eating that happens in your life?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
So, like I said, my days are really similar. So my typical day I start and I usually have like eggs with a piece of toast. And then at lunchtime I usually have a salad that's just like a regular salad with a little bit of cheese, not really any meat or anything like that, and vegetables with like balsamic dressing or something simple. And then for dinner, I usually have like a piece of fish and like quinoa and like a vegetable or something like that. And then I drink water throughout the day.
Okay.
So, and that's usually what I eat every day.
All right. So you're saying, do you mind if I recap a little bit?
Oh, of course.
Okay. So you have eggs and toast in the morning, and then around lunchtime, what time of day do you usually do lunch?
Usually depends on my school schedule, so, but it's usually in between like 12 and 2.
Okay. And you like to have a salad, cheese, no meat, maybe not too many other ingredients?
I put vegetables and stuff on it, but just like kind of basic.
Okay.
Usually the same things over and over.
Okay. You know what you like. And then for dinner, you like to do some fish, and then quinoa, and maybe veggies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And this is sort of a typical, everyday sort of go-to plan?
Yeah, every day that's what I eat.
Okay. And about how long do you think you've been doing this plan?
Probably just while I've been in college. It just like fits in with my schedule, and I've just gotten used to it.
Okay. So you found what you like, and it's convenient for you.
Yeah, it's just kind of gotten kind of boring, I feel like.
But do you like the foods that you choose?
I mean, I like them, but I'm kind of like bored of them. It's like
Okay.
the same thing, but I don't really know what to change it up. Like, I know those are healthy options, so I don't know what other healthy
Yeah.
options to like do.
Okay. Well, we can definitely figure out some ideas. It does sound like you seem mindful of your health with the kinds of foods you choose. Would you say that's correct?
Yeah, I try to like pick foods that are good for me.
Yeah. Okay, so health is a factor for you.
Yeah, definitely. I don't want to be eating foods that aren't really beneficial for me.
Hmm. So you want the beneficial, and you also said that they're kind of boring you a little, so maybe you
Yeah.
want foods that appeal a little bit more now?
Yeah, they were exciting when I first started like doing those, but now I'm like, oh, I eat the same thing every day.
Yes, yeah. I mean, it's kind of hard sometimes when you find what you like and what's easy and routine. We're all routine people. So what kinds? Are you a big seafood person?
Yeah, I like seafood a lot.
Okay. Well, I wanted to ask you the kind of fish that you eat. Do you usually pick like the same sort of thing?
Yeah, I usually have tilapia,
Okay.
the frozen kind from Costco, because it's really convenient.
Mm-hmm. So convenience.
Yes.
Okay, and it sounds like your meals do seem not overly time consuming, but
Yeah, they're all pretty quick to make. Like breakfast takes like 10 minutes. Lunch, I usually buy my salad on school campus, and my dinner is like half hour, 45 minutes to make. But I can do homework while while cooking.
that's true.
Like you don't have to like watch fish while it cooks and just put it in the oven.
Yeah, that's definitely nice. You can go around and do whatever you need to do as long as you don't leave the house. Leave the house
Yeah.
burning down when you come back.
Yeah.
So it sounds like the things that matter to you are having something a little bit more exciting, a little more variety, convenience because you're a student.
Yeah.
And would you say school takes up a lot of your time?
Yeah, it's just with school, it's easier to have everything else on a schedule because school's kind of unpredictable, like the load you have going at that time, or if you have a test or something. So that changes a lot. So I like everything else to stay kind of on schedule.
All right, so you're pretty stuck on the times that you eat your meals.
Yes, I like to keep a schedule. Otherwise, I'll end up like missing my meal or just not working out well.
Okay, no, that's probably a good thing. So, have you tried anything previously to see if you could make more variety in your meals?
Well, I've kind of like added things to my meals as like I'm going to school for health, so I've like seen some nutrition stuff. That's kind of how I came up with what I eat. So I like added some things like quinoa I used to not know about, and now I eat it instead of like rice and beans and stuff like that. But I haven't really tried anything too different.
So school has had an influence on the choices that you make for your meals.
Yeah, it's taught me definitely like things, but it also always focuses on like moderation and variety, and I don't have that. So
Okay, so you're looking to add a little bit more of that.
yeah, probably, but like in an easy way maybe. I just don't know like what would be easy besides like changing your whole meals around, which I don't want to do.
Right. Okay, yeah, we don't want to make this difficult at all. We want something enjoyable for you.
Yeah.
Obviously, something tasty, something convenient. Okay, well, do you have any ideas, first of all, for any sort of thing you would like to change?
I don't know. I was just thinking maybe it would be easy to add things into what I already do. So, like maybe making, not necessarily changing like those staple foods I'm eating, but like making it more exciting in some way. I just don't really, I'm not very creative when it comes to food, so I don't know.
So you're looking for maybe different ways to prepare the foods that you already love.
Yeah, and like add in things that are healthy with that, so that it's like variety, but still scheduled.
Yes. And that's totally doable. You know, there's endless recipes in the world, and there's so many ways to prepare the common things that you like to eat. I mean,
That's great.
salad and fish alone are some of the most versatile kinds of foods you can do. So you're interested in maybe adding things rather than changing things, right? Rather
Yeah.
than switching anything out.
Yeah, because I think my diet's pretty healthy, don't you think?
Yeah. No, it's
Okay.
wonderful. Good for you for being influenced by your classes and making healthy decisions.
Yeah, so, and I enjoy them and I like them, so I don't want to change that, and I don't want to have to cook for like long periods of time to make it like way better. Like I know I go out to eat and it's like the best food ever, but it's like, that would take me 3 hours to make.
Some of it is a little bit more time consuming, definitely.
Yeah, so since I don't have 3 hours to make it, I want like simple ways to maybe make my eggs taste a little better, or my salmon, like, or tilapia be a little more, I don't know, just not the same thing that I put in the oven every day,
Right.
but still be healthy, because I don't want to add things that are like not as beneficial.
You
for
want to
me.
keep the health value, but just change the
'cause
flavor up
I
a
feel
little.
really healthy and good right now, and like I feel like I eat well, but I don't want that to change. I don't want to feel
Right.
like I don't eat well.
Oh, good. We can totally keep the health value. Definitely. 13%. So there are several ways we can mix up the things you're doing to make them more suitable to you.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Do you mind if I ask you a couple questions about the typical dishes you have?
Of course not. That's fine.
All right. Well, first off, how do you prepare your eggs in the morning?
I have scrambled eggs.
Scrambled eggs. And do you add any milk or cheese or seasonings?
I have cheese. But that's it.
Okay. No salt, pepper. Okay. Well,
I heard salt's bad for you.
Well, we always do everything in moderation. You know, salt is one of those kinds of add-ins to food that really can draw out flavor, that can make things taste a little more stronger flavor, depending on the dish, of course.
So if you added moderation, then it's healthy.
Yeah, definitely.
that's
We
good
want
to
you to
know.
enjoy your food, and salt. Really, if you were to add some salt to your dishes, it wouldn't do you any harm.
Oh, that's good to know.
So, I mean, unless you're dumping it in.
Yeah, they always talk about how everybody has too much salt, so I always get worried.
Right. Well, I don't think that if you were to add any for flavor, it would do any harm. So, have you experimented with different ways to cook your eggs?
A little bit. I know that like you can fry your eggs and stuff.
There's different types of ways to fry. Would you like to hear any ideas I could give you for different ways to do scrambled eggs, if that's what you enjoy?
Yeah, that'd probably be easier because I do like my scrambled eggs. It's just like the same thing every day.
Sure, yeah. And when you don't mix things up, it can get a little boring. So, what some of my clients and myself like to do sometimes are to throw in different kinds of vegetables. Are you a fan of the vegetables?
Yeah, I like vegetables. I just didn't know how that would like work putting them in there. Like, do I need to cook them first, or how do you?
Well,
I'm not a chef.
well, it doesn't take being a chef, and you seem like you make good meals already. But what you could do if you're interested in trying things such as bell peppers, spinach, mushrooms, even like other kinds of greens, those can be pretty good in scrambled eggs if you were to, for instance, it's similar, like if you were at a restaurant, you had a scramble.
Those sound good.
Yeah, and when you make those, it's things where you can just easily kind of grab a few from the fridge if it's something you keep in the fridge, and you can throw it in the pan and then put the scrambled eggs over it after they've cooked a little while, so that it's not just raw vegetables among your eggs.
Yeah, that sounds good, and that'd be pretty easy because those come chopped up and stuff, so you just like toss it in there.
Right, convenience.
Exactly, I love convenience.
Yeah, and those kinds of vegetables definitely come in, whether it's a bag or it's chopped up, sliced. So, what does that sound like to you?
That sounds like a good idea. I didn't really think about adding vegetables into my breakfast.
Yeah, and with the cheese, it could also be really delicious.
Yeah.
And does that sound like something you'd be interested in trying?
Yeah, that sounds like a really easy idea because it's all chopped up and it's just like, oh, throw it in there.
Yeah.
Which is what I like to do. If it fits in, I can do it.
Yes, if it's convenient and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yes. So there's an idea. We could talk about your salad too if you'd like. Would you like to hear, or what have you tried with your salads actually?
I kind of get the same salad because it's just one at school. It's really convenient because it's right there. Well, you get to pick what goes in it. There's like 6 different add-ins you can do. I don't eat red meat and stuff like that, so I never really get anything added to it, like meat-wise. But I like the vegetables and stuff in it.
Okay. Well then, yeah, vegetables are definitely always a good add-in to the salads. And what do you typically like to just throw in a few of those and some cheese? You like cheese then, huh?
I do like cheese a lot.
Okay, well we could totally keep your cheese. Cheese is delicious.
Yeah.
So, what would you be interested in trying at the little salad bar at your school? If you wanted to change things up a little.
I don't know. I don't really eat red meat, so I don't know what else I can add to it. But sometimes it gets boring just only having a vegetable for lunch.
Have you tried any other types of meats? Like, for instance, you could have some grilled chicken. You could even, some people do tuna or shrimp.
Oh, seafood might be a good idea. I really like seafood. I just didn't think about putting that on my salad.
Yeah, even salmon can be really good in a salad.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Those could be good options. I think I have them at my school too.
Yeah, and if they don't, then still just mixing up the veggies can kind of liven it up a little bit more. What does that sound like to you?
I think that'd be a good idea to add like seafood to it. I was just thinking about like the meat options. I don't really like poultry or
Yeah.
red meat or anything like that.
Yeah, there's actually a lot of options for salads. So,
Yeah.
and then especially you like doing balsamic dressing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and sometimes with the seafoods, other kinds of dressings go well with it as well.
Yeah,
I don't know if you've ever tried miso dressing.
I haven't.
That goes very well with
Is
salmon.
that healthy, like balsamic?
It's, as long as you're not going overboard with dressing, then really you can kind of choose whatever tastes good to you, because it's really just to kind of bring out some flavors in your salad.
So as long as I like it, then it's probably fine.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much unless you're drenching everything.
Okay.
And then, so as for, actually, I didn't even ask you, do you tend to snack at all during the day?
Not really. If I do, I bring like cheese sticks or something. Like you noticed, I really like cheese.
Yeah, definitely. It's delicious.
And
how
it's
does
convenient.
so it works out for you because it's convenient?
You can throw it in your bag or something. String cheese is good all the time.
Definitely. Okay, well if that works for you, we should keep the cheese. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and then maybe we can discuss some ideas for dinner.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Okay.
My fish has gotten kind of boring.
So what other things have you tried besides tilapia?
It's usually what I pick just because it's really easy. I use in my freezer. It doesn't go old.
Easy to get at Costco or
Yeah,
wherever.
it's not that expensive, so it fits in well. I have plain tilapia, with plain quinoa, and then a plain vegetable, so it seems kind of plain. I mean, you said I could add salt, which is probably what makes some things good, but I don't know, maybe variety to it or something.
Sure. And salt doesn't mean it's the answer for everything. There's a lot of different kinds of herbs and seasonings that can dress it up, or even adding vegetables. So you prepare your tilapia in the oven?
Yes.
Okay. There are different types of, have you ever done sauces or marinades?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Well, would you be interested in hearing any ideas?
Yeah, definitely. I just wasn't sure like how to do it, or if you just pour it over the top, or if you have to leave it in it, or I don't know.
Well, I think tilapia is one of those kinds of fish where you don't necessarily marinate it too much, but it goes very well with like lemons and tartar sauce. Have you ever tried those?
No, I haven't. That sounds good though. I like lemon and garlic and like stuff like that.
Those can definitely dress it up. If you feel that you're getting bored with something, there's like a sauce or lemon or marinades probably aren't the same thing for tilapia as they are for other fish. But your vegetables, do you steam them or?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. There's different kinds of, you can even put a sauce on your vegetables if you wanted to, or you could switch up the vegetables. What types of veggies do you like to do at dinner?
I usually have like broccoli or asparagus.
Broccoli or asparagus. All right. And you just steam them plain?
Yes.
Okay. Well, have you ever tried any others that go with your fish?
Not really. I just like kind of got hooked on those two, and now it's into the flow of my life.
Right? Yeah. Found what you like. No, I understand. Well, would you be interested in switching up your veggies to?
I think I have a lot of good ideas for other meals right now, so maybe like changing up the fish a little bit.
The
Something
fish.
like with the lemon and stuff like that would probably be a good change. I think if the fish was more exciting, I'd be good with my veggies still.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the fish is definitely the most versatile thing on that plate.
Yeah.
That you could do. Yeah, and if you want to try other fish, then veggies and quinoa tend to be like the perfect side dishes for fish.
Yeah. It all fits together really well. Everyone's always really excited when I cook it for them, but when you eat it every day, it gets a little boring. So.
Right. Yeah. Repetitiveness does get a little
Yeah.
boring. So, of these different ideas we've been brainstorming, would you say that the fish sounds like something that's striking to you? Or
I think the idea of making like one simple change to each meal is a really good idea for me. Like adding veggies in breakfast, adding like a little something different to my salad, one of the options at a time. Probably not like, oh, let's add seafood and let's add a new dressing. One or the other would probably work really well. And then if I change my fish up a little bit, like seeing how that works, that might be enough of a change for now that I'm interested in those foods more again. And then once I get used to that, I probably could change a little more each meal.
Yeah, and so you sound like you're wanting to change maybe a little bit of something with every meal.
Yeah, just a little bit. Just adding variety throughout my day like we talked about in the beginning.
Okay. Well, I mean, everything that we discuss, every change you might want to make is totally up to you. These are just ideas, and if if there's something that sounds like it'd be a change you enjoy making, and that could be practical for you and convenient, then we can come up with something that works just for you.
Yeah.
And what a lot of my clients have found works is making these baby steps, not
Yeah.
doing a complete flip with your diet.
Yeah.
And we want you to keep enjoying it. We don't want this to be a shock. So
Yeah. I think those are small enough changes that I could do like a couple times a week and see like the other ways probably wouldn't be as boring if I ate it different ways too.
right.
So then it'd be fun again.
So what kind of changes sound the best for you, or something that you would consider doable?
Putting like the veggies and my eggs would be really easy in the morning. Choosing just like something different in my salad, just like one thing every day, since I don't make my salad. That's really easy because all of that stuff's like right there.
Mm-hmm.
And then with dinner, like putting lemon or looking at the store, maybe I'll be able to find some sauces or something, or probably could Google it. I'm sure there's plenty of sauces for people who eat tilapia. It's a common fish.
Yeah.
And then just trying those and seeing how it works a few times a week would probably be really easy for me to do.
Yeah.
And since I already cook, it's not like changing anything drastically. And I buy all that at the store, so it's really easy to buy other stuff because I go literally like twice a week to the store.
Okay, so it sounds like you seem pretty confident in making these changes.
Yeah, definitely.
What would you say on a scale of 1 to 10 what your readiness to make a change would be?
Probably a 9. I'm really, when I decide to do something, I just kind of do it.
Wow.
Yeah.
And why not the little push over to the 10?
Just in case I don't like it, because I'm really accustomed to what I'm doing. If I don't like something, that takes kind of almost more time because then I don't like it, and then I'm like, great, do I pick me one, or what do I do? So just finding things that fit into what I like could be a little bit of a problem, but I'm sure if I'm only changing one thing, it wouldn't be that hard.
Right. Do you think I should save it?
Probably.
To be continued.